74 degrees at 7:02. Time and temp are brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Cue it up. It's doubly appropriate today. Werewolves in London. The Jags head to London today. It's also Halloween today. My favorite holiday as a kid. I have a wicked sweet tooth. I could go trick-or-treating like tonight and be like the happiest little kid in the entire neighborhood. I'd pour it out. Love separating it out.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite
Sneaking about 30 pieces more than I'm allowed.
Like,
Literally,
more.
I can remember when I was a kid after one Halloween night. That was a mess, dude. But just eating now laters, and I just put like a whole gob of now laters, like 3 or 4, in like a 9-year-old mouth.
That's hard to chew, too.
And I remember I fell asleep. With just
Those bad boys are glued to your teeth.
I fell asleep with a big glob of now laters in my mouth. Just a sugar coma, I guess.
Your mom found you just out.
I just woke up
drooling.
later. It's just like half your mouth stuck together. It was glorious. I might do that again tonight.
Hey, it's a good.
Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yeah! Yeah, boy! Hey! You! Woo! Let's go! Hey! What up, Thursday? Yeah! Oh, there's excitement there.
Talk to yourself.
Guess who gets to open at Washington next year on opening day? Have fun with that.
You'll have a manager
sure.
then?
DeGrom.
Good question.
DeGrom will beat, Joe Ross, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I know. Just
Be interesting to see if Cole and Strasburg leave.
Cole, yes. Strasburg, curious.
Yeah, we got
Cole's
Boris. I think
post-game sounded like he was already out.
Who?
Yeah.
Cole.
Cole.
Is Strasburg Boris too, did you say?
They're all Boris.
And Strasburg leaves.
Strasburg,
Yeah,
Cole,
I think he
Rendon, all
leaves,
Boris.
Yeah.
I would pay the ransom for either one as a Braves fan.
Isn't it funny
That's
how
what Atlanta. Just one. I don't.
I have always been an opponent of signing a pitcher at 28, right?
But now they're pitching deeper.
Well, think about it. All the high-paid contracts, Scherzer, Corbin,
Greinke,
all are in the World Series.
Verlander.
money.
And Greinke was fantastic. And I think AJ shouldn't have taken him out. And if I had taken him out, I'm not going to some guy named Harris.
Well, he's been good all year.
I know, but he wasn't yesterday, and he said he needed a day off, and he was out running on fumes.
The trend now is you go to Garrett Cole. You get him ready, and you pitch him for an inning.
Or you go to
all been doing
Osuna,
that. Yeah.
and then you go to Cole.
They've all been doing that.
You got to go to your very best because the championship is on the line.
I mean, we've seen Bumgarner do it. We've seen
Right.
Kershaw do it.
It always
We've seen Chris
happens.
Sale do
Yeah.
it. That's the new thing.
Yes.
You bring that guy back on a couple, 3 days rest.
And then he's rested, and he can throw an inning or two or get you an out. You don't go to Harris.
I thought
as good as Harris has been, his last name is Harris. And the other key moment, and I hate to say this, but for the umpire changed a hole at bat
when he called that strike on Correa
on Soto.
On Soto.
Well, there was a couple of them, but. So
he should have been out.
Rendon hits the home run. It's 2-1.
The umpire was terrible last night.
Greinke's got it's 2-1 on Soto. He throws one, and it wasn't like on the.
No, it was a strike.
It was a strike. It was in the box.
That's why they have to go to the strike, automatic strike calls.
And now it's 2-2, but instead he calls ball, and that umpire would not give Greinke, and he's Zach Greinke out there. He should get the calls on those low curveballs that are dropping right on the line.
Well, it made it worse. The bottom of the inning, it's 4-2, and that Correa could have drawn a walk. He threw one this far inside. He called out a strike.
Also correct.
And rung him up.
Right, he rung him up.
I mean,
that
again,
was off the plate.
it's incompetent
and then they
umpiring behind
showed
the
it
plate.
from above, and it's like
I know.
It's. I'm showing this on.
It's
yeah, half
Are
a
we
foot.
on TV?
Yeah, half
Are we
a
on?
foot.
Where am I?
You're twitched
Where
up
am
there,
I?
right?
This far.
Yeah.
So that I haven't tried to make as big a deal out of it, but I said last night, at least try it because we're opening up a can of worms. But try it during the exhibition season.
Just nothing else.
Just
Everything
do it.
else is
Yeah.
umpired
Everything's
except
fine.
for the strike zone.
And by the way,
it
we're
needs
not
to be uniform.
We're not taking the job away.
No,
He
you're
sits
still
behind the plate.
there.
And he gets a buzz in
That's
his
right.
ear.
You still call the plays and the check swings and the foul tips and
Don't yell at me.
No, I'm not calling balls and strikes. If I was an umpire now at this stage, Dan,
I'd say do
I
it.
wouldn't want to call balls and
I
strikes.
agree.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's harder than we act.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's too hard for anyone in the world then because these are supposedly
Well, this
the
guy
best in
last
the world,
night
and they're
had
terrible.
This guy last night had graded out to the best. That's,
that's
why
terrible.
I don't play for Game 7,
Well,
and he
that-
stunk.
Yeah. It's just. It's
I'm not making excuses. Congrats
No,
to the Nats.
And they won, and they deserve it.
They deserve it, man.
Here's what I would say about the Nets. This is how impressive they were, Hick. I honestly, and I'm not just saying this for the effect.
Uh-huh.
There's 4 or 5 guys you could have said were the MVP of the series.
I know.
You could have gone Rendon. You could have gone Soto.
know.
You could have gone Adam Eaton.
Howie Kendrick.
Howie Kendrick, either of the pitchers.
I thought I probably
But
would
I'm
have
okay
voted.
with Strasburg because
Yeah.
he shut down when they had to have
Yeah,
him.
I probably would have voted for Soto, but the telling stat was, were they 10-0 in games started by Strasburg and Scherzer in the postseason?
I think 11-0.
They did not lose
Yeah.
a game, any of either of those guys.
Well, Strasburg's the only pitcher in the history of baseball to be a 5-0 in the postseason.
And so so
2-0
that's
in the
fine.
World Series,
Yeah.
ERA under 2.
Yeah.
Both wins on the road in games they had to have.
The Astros just didn't get any hits, man. And I
Not
was sitting there
at
with-
the right time. They
I was
left a
sitting
lot of
there
guys
with,
on base.
Brooks, and I said, this is those games that come back to haunt you, man. You got to cash in when you got first and second, and somebody's got to get a hit, and nobody would get a hit. Correa finally got one to get him to 2, but that was it. And they just could not add on to that lead. Scherzer is tough, even when he doesn't have his best stuff. Scherzer's different than Verlander. At least Scherzer somehow battles through it. And anyway, just give credit to the Nats. They deserve it. It sickens me a little. It's not as like it would be worse if it was Braves.
I'm okay because of how they battled, Hick. I got some respect for them.
I do, but
they trailed every elimination game. You know that. Not only did they win the elimination game, they trailed in the wild card game, 2 runs in the 8th. They trailed Game 5 at the
I know.
Dodgers, and they trailed last night.
It was Hader, Kershaw, and Greinke that they had to come beat.
Down 2 runs or
Oh,
more,
yeah.
7th inning or later in all 3
There's a
elimination
lot of
games.
that. They had 14
I give
less
props.
14 less wins than the Astros had in the regular season. Second biggest disparity in Major League Baseball history from a team that won.
7 road wins. It was just crazy.
That's
series.
why it was an upset.
And no one watched.
Yeah, and it was just their time. It was just their time.
Game 7 last night on network TV with no other sports on. It'll be interesting to see if they got some sort of juice. It was a good game.
If not, you won't. Yeah, it was a great game.
And it moved pretty quick. It wasn't
did.
super slow.
It was usually
it was a good
they
baseball game.
They take a little longer, but the other thing I took with it, and I thought back to the '86 Mets. They won 108, and we were on the ropes. I don't care how many you win during the Mariners won that 114 that year and didn't win. It is tough to win a World Series, to get there and win it.
We had 300 win seasons where we didn't win it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Think about the Giants who had the 100-win season didn't get out because you guys got them. But it is so hard, and you will face adversity. And I kind of thought this was setting up for some kind of great finish in the bottom of the 9th by the Astros because
Then they got the insurance.
But when they started getting those runs and made it 4-2, I'm like, oh.
The Nats are also a great example too. They could just keep swinging, keep giving yourself a chance. Because as a Braves fan, or any fan who goes to, when you're going to the playoffs a lot and you're not winning, you get a little discouraged.
Yeah.
It's just like, and then it seems so daunting to go through the whole season to get to that point again. But the Nats are the perfect example. I mean, they couldn't win a series. They haven't won a series at all until this time around. A freezing cold take. I can't read another one on the text line.
What?
A freezing cold take is that this somehow justifies shutting down Steven Strasburg like 7 years ago.
Yeah, I kind of
Has
agree.
nothing to do with each other.
No, I don't.
Been a lot of years since then, a lot.
yeah.
So doesn't mean that they would have won necessarily then, but this isn't why they won.
Right.
This isn't why he's so good tonight because he
Now,
didn't pitch those extra
Had that
innings
extra juice in the tank,
7
Jeff.
years ago.
Does it make Strasburg and Rizzo feel better about that? Yes.
Yeah, well,
because they got their world
there's
championship.
and if you get it, bro, you just get the one.
Yeah.
I mean, just get one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, we all know that.
The furniture guy lost, by the way.
I
total
watched him the whole game.
How much did he end up
11.5
losing?
million. He's what he lost.
Yeah. But he would have given away.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he lost it. That's so arrogant and disingenuous.
my
How would you
hero.
like to be an employee of
That's
the furniture
guts.
gallery?
That's guts,
Huh?
11.5 million.
How would you like to be an employee at the furniture gallery when you get your $400 Christmas bonus this year, knowing that old Mattress Mac threw 11.4 on the Astros?
You do.
Come on.
You go, Mattress Mac. I love Mattress Mac.
All right, let's
Happy Halloween, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I told Brooks no on the trick-or-treating.
It's too big, 6
It's too
feet tall.
You see, you can't go knocking on somebody's door.
Here's
Not
what you
cool.
do. I used to do
If
this
you want
with
to
the
go
kids.
out and walk around and eat some chocolate,
Create
How old
hell,
is he?
purge. You want to do the purge? That's
Yeah,
fine.
we're not purging, no.
How old is he?
He's 14.
Oh, come on.
He's 6 feet tall. He's
don't
too
care.
big.
He's too big. He can't go
Trick or
out.
treating. He
That's
should
bad.
stop
It's
at
kids.
That's
like
ridiculous.
12.
They're kids. Let them have fun.
They
He's
can't go out and have
14. He's
fun.
almost a grown man for Pete's sake.
Yeah,
He
I
looks
agree.
like-
Well, then he's going to go out and go do grown man things.
Does he have a pit? Does he have pit hair? That he can't trick or treat. That's another one.
That's the rule.
There's lots of signs.
That's
Let me
the
see.
rule.
Before I give this kid any candy, hold up your arm, kid. Nope. You're gonna get on your bike and go buy some. Just go buy a big bag of candy and give it to the kid.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Trick or
right.
treat, Brooks here.
He can hand out candy or go out in the neighborhood with his buddies. I don't care, but he's not. Don't go knocking on doors. Nah, not cool. All right, let's do this. We'll take a break. We're warming up here. A lot to do. Jags off to London tonight. They leave around 5, and off they go. Gators and Dogs descending upon the city. It's going to be a great weekend, and we're going to talk about it right here on The Drill.
Now, Downtime with Dan on 1010XL. Brought to you by Ameris Bank. Our look is changing, but our commitment to you remains fierce. Learn more at amerisbank.com/new look.
All right, so is this it? The question is this the last one for Minshew? Is this his final go-round as a Jag starting quarterback, or does he keep the job? Maybe it depends on what happens in London at historic Wembley Stadium against the Houston Texans. Or maybe they have their mind made up. Nick Foles, who they invested so heavily in and is a Super Bowl MVP and a really good quarterback, by the way, is ready to take over the reins. Who knows? But I do know this. Doug Marrone, who says he hasn't thought about it, is going to be flying back from London thinking about it. You're darn right he is. And he's going to be in a good mood or a bad mood. That remains to be seen. But it's a question, and it's one that's going to shape the franchise going forward.
At Ameris Bank, we didn't become bankers so we could tell you no. We chose this profession